Welcome to this YouTube video where we are on the European Cannonball. We are on the run to the Alps. We're currently just stuck in traffic here, just going over the river Severn, and we're after coming off the boat from Dublin to Holyhead, and we're cutting across the UK, going over the Hull, going into Rotterdam, and heading on down towards the Alps and doing all loads of cool twisty bits and all the rest of it. So we're going to look forward to bringing you as much of that as possible, and it's going to be interesting. And we have made it to Hull. Just queuing now to get on the ferry, checked in and made it across England, and the traffic was crazy. so crazy. I'd say our average speed was probably 30 or 40 miles an hour for the entire day. It's frightening how much traffic is on the road in this country now. But anyway, we're here. We did have to cut the journey a little bit short. We were supposed to go into the Peak District for some bit of a scenic drive, but we had to err on the side of caution just with the ferry being late and stuff this morning, because obviously we couldn't afford to miss this one, because this is the biggest crossing for us, which is it's an overnight 12-hour sailing from Hull or 11 hours Hull to Rotterdam. So that's it. So everybody's just queuing up, waiting to go on. Nice bit of sunshine, good weather all day. And yeah, so we'll have a look at the ferry when we go on. We've got a cabin, so gonna get some decent rest tonight, and it's kind of well needed. So we're just after getting off the ferry, and we're just in a big queue at the moment, as you can see, in all the cars behind us, and just waiting to go through passport control, I would imagine, and on for the first stop then. So we'll have the camera recording and let you see a bit of Rotterdam. There wasn't much to show you on that drive because the traffic got quite heavy. We decided to pull over for our lunch stop, and as you can see, we have some lovely steaks here, and these steaks were cooked rare and then brought out on a heated stone, and you can cook them to your desired liking. Very, very nice, great steaks, and definitely well worth the stop. Now we're on the run in to our first overnight stop in Frankfurt, and we're back onto the motorway again. It seems to be a small bit freer, but just like the Autobahn, it comes to a standstill every now and then with roadworks or crashes or whatever. But we're getting close to Frankfurt now, and looking forward to bedding down for the evening. We stayed at the Steigenberger Hotel in Frankfurt. Frankfurt looking beautiful there in the evening, so here's for a night's sleep. A nice gym in this hotel, no expense spared, to be fair. The space was, small, or I suppose normal for a hotel gym, but the equipment was good, a good make, and enough to get a decent session in for myself and Caleb before we packed up and hit the road. So day 3 just about to start outside the hotel here in Frankfurt, and cars all lined up outside the hotel. Beautiful morning, and we're just about to get going, and some nice twisty bits now today as well. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to bringing you some really nice scenery today as well. And yeah, so stay tuned. So we are currently on the Autobahn 5, close this roof, heading to our first lunch stop. Caleb was driving, and like anybody that's watched the Polish trip that we did, one of the things about the Autobahn is it sounds great until you get on it, and the biggest problem is there's either roadworks, there's crashes, or there's just massive congestion, and it's very hard to get an open stretch where you can well and truly stretch the legs of the car and get a decent spin. We've just stopped for our lunch in this Rizzi restaurant in a place called Baden-Baden. So I'm just going to flick around now, and I'm going to show you. It's quite a pretty little town. There's a wedding in this hotel as well today, and beautiful car here behind me as well. So let's have a look around. Now that we have the camera just mounted on the dash, Caleb is driving. I'll let you listen to the car. The car's running a muffler delete system, that's why it's that bit louder. So let's listen to it go through the mountain. We're at the top of the mountain, looking down over the Black Forest, a real thing of beauty, vast greenery as you can see, and just a very beautiful place. This is the regroup spot that we picked so that we all kind of leave in convoy and head down the other side of the mountain, which would take us into, I believe, the Swiss border, I think. So let's have a look at some of the cars. We've got a 430 Ferrari here. We've got a Mustang parked next to it. Here we have my own car. We have a Carrera 4S, I think. Vince's Turbo S. And an R8 peeping its nose through there. And then the infamous blue R8. We have more Porsches, and here we have one of my favourite cars, which is the blue R8, belonged to a good friend of mine. And down we go. So, bit of a slow spin down. No one was really pushing on, so a bit of a, I'm not going to say boring, but not the most adventurous drive down the hill. So I'm not going to bore you with all the footage of it. We'll let you listen for the next 10 seconds or so. So swapped over with Caleb and is having a cut off the Alps. It's like, I need to turn the camera around and show you this. It's unbelievable. You see the Alps there. Just the scenery here is absolutely amazing. You can even see in the distance there, you can see the rain falling. The roads are unbelievable. Now the weather didn't hold out as we climbed back into the mountains, and we're getting very close here to our first stop in Switzerland, overnight in the Radisson Blu in Andermatt. And for Radisson Blu, this was a pretty nice hotel, and yeah, as you can see, Kevin is driving and it's chucking it down. After we got to the top of this pass, I said I want to go back down because I want to have a cut off this corner. As we got back to the hotel, Don proceeded to pretend to take a piss down on Simon's car while the roof was down, but luckily here we are the next day out for a blast up to the top of the highest peak of this pass, and good fun was had.
What are we doing up there? I don't see anything. Snow everywhere, and we're up over the clouds, and it's freezing, and we're looking for hairpins. We found a couple of them, good crack, but now we're going downhill, and we're thousands of feet above sea level here. If you have a look down there, you'll see, maybe you might see it, it's called the Klausen Pass. Pretty cool. So yeah, we're gonna go down and we're gonna come back up. And on the way, I'm not gonna fucking go sideways on the way down because it's just too dangerous, because the road's too wet. It's at 4 degrees now. We were at 27 degrees earlier, but because we're so high up, we're in the rain, in the clouds, and it's yeah, it's just too dangerous to act the bollocks going down the hill. So we'll just act the bollocks going up the hill instead. Did you come in? Coming on? No. Okay, so it's night time, and myself and Ollie have played a trick on Vince. Now, as you've seen, the cows here in Switzerland have bells around their neck, and we've convinced Vince and Fiona that they can hear the bells of the cows ringing, and they had a really bad experience when they were staying in Italy or Switzerland before, being woken up at 5:30 in the morning by cows with bells on their necks. So what Ollie has done is bought 2 bells for Vincent as a present, and I've put them somewhere where he's going to hear them all day tomorrow and not know where they are. So we're going to show you now where the bells are. This is the back of Vince's Porsche, and I don't know if you can see it with the night light, but I will rattle the bell. 1 second. It's on the exhaust bracket. You shine the light in there, Ollie. So each exhaust bracket on both sides, we've put the bell on there. So when he drives along tomorrow, all he's going to hear is a fucking rattling under his car. And we're back in the room. It's time for bed. Time for a wash. I'm covered in fucking dirt off the back of Vince's car. I need a shower. I need to go to bed. It's gone midnight. We were actually going to bed at 10 o'clock, and shit just went wild downstairs. There was a lot of debauchery that went on in a restaurant downtown, which we weren't at. And then it just resulted in absolute fucking carnage in the hotel. And yeah, stuff that if I do get clips off people's phone, then we'll include them next. But yeah, there's people have just gone wild, and there's some fucking people in the hotel here that are working here. I would say just can't wait until everybody from the Cannonball leaves. Myself, Calum, and Ollie are the only three people that don't drink on the whole trip. Oh, yeah, and Eugene, that don't drink on the whole trip. But everyone else is absolutely fucking cooked. So it's not looking good for them for tomorrow, and it's definitely not looking good for Vince and Fiona when they start that Porsche up tomorrow and just hear ringing. And they're the cable ties I use that are really, really thick ones. They're probably about 8 mil wide. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how long it takes for them to notice the ringing. So I'm going for a shower and I'm going to bed. I'll catch you tomorrow. We're leaving the Radisson Blu in wherever the name of God we are, and this is heading on now for some other place. Good morning. Good morning. So just about to check out, and we're going to get the car ready. Just check it. I like to check it every morning for obviously oil and water and so on, and just make sure everything's okay. So we're going to go to 0. Check out, and yeah, the it's wet this morning, dampish, whatever, but apparently it's 20 degrees where we're going, so yeah. Cool fucking something. Lunch stop on the motorway. We were stuck behind the cops, so we couldn't really do much fast driving at least anyway. So but we got here, and I'm really tired, so this is a well deserved break. So anyway, time to get some food.
How is it?
Just arrived in Luxembourg in our hotel. Nice hotel, I must say. Like the colours, actually. Really, really nice. It is the La Royal Hotel Luxembourg. And 2 single beds, very good. And we have a mini bar, which obviously the only thing I ever eat from a mini bar is snacks. So let's have a look and see what we've got in here that we won't be drinking. Well, maybe Coke, San Pellegrino. Actually, I could really do with one of those right now. A bottle of champagne, which is probably about 100 grand. We won't be having that because I don't drink anyway. So there we are. Right, here we are in this kind of lookout type tower thing here in Luxembourg. And I absolutely hate heights. Absolutely hate heights, but I love the colour of it though. And it's gonna look nicer as the light goes on, pinky kind of purple lights. So anyway, myself and Caleb are going to get into this thing now, and yeah, look, see things come in. Now I sped this one up by 5x because the video was 4 minutes long, and I'm sure you didn't want to sit through 4 minutes of looking around Luxembourg. But as you can see,
It's pretty impressive. A bit of a shine on the glass. I was trying my best to get the camera to not reflect back on itself. 70 meters up, and pretty impressive to look over Luxembourg. And would you believe that the highest court in Europe, not highest in height, but highest court of the land, is in Luxembourg? So I didn't know that, but apparently it is. Just packing up here in Luxembourg and just about to head off, and we're heading north to Amsterdam. And Amsterdam is going to be our last night of the trip is in Amsterdam. So I actually haven't been in Amsterdam before. I've flown in there loads of times, but I've never actually been out in Amsterdam because I just haven't. I've never felt the draw to go there. But anyway, I'm sure we'll have a look and see all the local bits and pieces. So I'm gonna get on the road now. We're slightly late, so yeah, time to hit the road.
There two.
Vinny.
Is there one more?
What is it, Vinny? What the fuck's going on, Vinny? What's happening?
What does it look like?
What, did someone tie that to the...
Somebody sabotaged my car.
You're kidding me.
Is that what happens on Cannonball?
Was it another Irish fella or was he foreign?
I think you mightn't have to look too far.
I know nothing about what you're talking about.
This is your fucking Tech 7.
Excuse me. Do you know anything about this?
It's raining. It's raining today. To know.
How am I going to get that tie wrap off?
How am I going to get that tie wrap off there? Hey, get that tie wrap off.
More than one.
Hey, will you take cash?
Oh, there's one on the other side too.
They're twins.
Oh, fuck, they're twins.
Keep the cowbell.
Where did you even get the cowbells?
Where do you think we got the cowbell?
Do you not see there's two cows walking around now without a bell?
Yeah. What's the shop? What's the town with the
And I
bridge
wouldn't
in it?
mind. You used to think that you'd want a fucking grinder to take it off. Look.
Do you think I go around the continent with bleeding table ties? Who's the man who will do that?
I think you done it. No. Who done it?
Yeah, I know the town.
Patrick Simons. Was it?
It's all kicking off here. I'm getting away before there's any trouble. It's best just keep out of it.
Well, it looked like Vincent found his cowbells after all, and saw the funny side to it. So on we go now for Amsterdam. -1. We got the card to scan us to let us in.
Doors closing.
th floor, and we are on 2019. Open the door, and this is the lovely room. You had a nice little workstation there. When we came in here first, the fucking curtains opened. There we are. They opened themselves when I opened the door, but of course they wouldn't do it when I decided to record it. But anyway, cool view of the city. Let's have a look. Let's have a look from the 20th floor and look around through the dirty glass. But anyway, here we are, Amsterdam. Great. What else have we got? Binoculars. So look at the bathroom. Oh, fucking bath. Great. Shower. That's what I got. Oh, Kate and me finally have an iron and an umbrella. What else we got in here? A safe. Robes. Apparently there's a decent gym and spa here. And what else we got? It's in the minibar. Usual shit. Now Kate found something on the bed. Dear guest, it was a pleasure to prepare your room. If you have any additional requests during your stay, please feel free to contact me at 7777 for any further assistance. I wish you a wonderful stay, Samantha. Now, I don't know who Samantha is, and I don't know what services she's offering, but she left a card anyway. Fair play to her.
And then we'll see. The red brick tower coming up ahead of us is the medieval Smartest Barnstorm, an ideal lookout for sacrifices to the neighbors. It was built to protect the city's shipyards, wharves, and warehouses from attack. From here, Dutch soldiers armed with longbows, crossbows, and training firearms called arquebuses.
That calf's got air conditioning. See the unit on top of the roof.
The tower's white spire and clocks were added a century later. They were designed by Hendrik de Keyser.
Fiona wants me to take a picture. Sorry, guys.
Got your hand there.
And what we're doing is we're just having a walk around and having a look at the place in the daylight before we hit the road. And we were just speaking about Amsterdam and, you know, coming back and what we think of it and all that. And it's not for me. It's you know, I've seen it once and there's absolutely nothing here whatsoever that would attract me to come back again. I think the canals are dirty. I think it's just seedy. Yeah, I just, you know, for me personally, I don't see the attraction to the fucking place. But it's interesting for sure. But yeah, definitely won't be coming back here again anyway. We're queuing to get on the ferry, and when I went to check in, the ticket that I'd booked for the ferry was for tomorrow, not for today. So I had to pay an extra 230 euros to get on. Because the cabins, I'd like to think I have a decent cabin, because there was no, the cabins are all full basically. And yeah, I had to get upgraded, have an upgraded cabin or whatever. And I think a lot of that was down to the price, and then obviously the adjustment, whatever, it doesn't matter. The main thing is that we're going to get on the ferry. And then I was there going, shit, what's the story with the other ferry, the connecting ferry? Have I got the day wrong on that as well? But no, that's okay. So anyway, main thing is that we were able to get on this one. We're back in England. Just docked. Actually, the boat docked really early because we set sail pretty early, but the port wasn't ready to unload us. We woke up at 5:30 local time, and we were actually tied up at that stage, but we couldn't get off for an hour. But anyway, we got off pretty quickly. It was probably the fastest disembarkation ever. Now we've got to drive across the country, so we're in Harwich, which is on the east coast. We're going to go all the way over now to Holyhead on the west coast of the UK, and it's 5.5 hour drive. Then we catch the fast ferry in the late afternoon, and then we're back in Dublin. Then should be back in Dublin this evening. Hopefully the ferry's sailing, and worst case scenario, they normally put you on the slightly slower one, which is about 3.5 hours. Either way, it's fine. So that's it. We're going to make our way across the country now, see how it goes. But the nicest, really beautiful day. It's been a long time since we've seen sunshine. It's been very cloudy and wet and all the rest of it in Europe, but nice to see the sun. And yeah, as I was saying to Caleb, it's been a good few days since I put my sunglasses on. Fingers crossed now that we make it across the country. No fines, no bullshit. And yeah, anyway, we'll check in with you again later on. And we're in Holyhead. The weather is actually nice here. It was raining across the country, and we're plenty of time to spare. So I'm actually going to wash the car because it is absolutely filthy. So I just filled it with super unleaded, because obviously we don't have super unleaded in Ireland, and yeah, it's just a better fuel. So I'm going to show you the state of the front bumper, and I'll be painting that when I get back. And yes, I know I said on the last video I was going to PPF it, but the car has actually been, a friend of mine is taking the car and he's driving himself and his wife to be on their wedding next week, or on their wedding day next week. So when we get back, I'm going to paint the front bumper so it's ready, and then I'll PPF it in the future. But anyway, So let's have a look and see how dirty the car is. As you can see, riddled in stone chips. And we've done, since I bought the car in December, and I have done just over 12,000 miles since December. So that's 6 months, and all the car has taken since then has obviously been for a service. All it's taken, it's still on the same tyres. Obviously tyres were new on it when I got it, and the brakes were just done. So all it's required in the 12,000 miles is a service, and that was just the oil filter and air filter, and it hasn't given me any sign of trouble. We've done 12 countries, 2 European trips, a whole lot of memories, whole lot of fun, and what a car. So I'm really happy with it. So let's give it a wash. After all that car wash didn't work. We managed to get a wash elsewhere, and now we're loaded on the boat and ready for Dublin. We're here in the Johnstone Estate. Now, Johnstone Estate is in Enfield in County Meath, and Calum has actually got a race tomorrow in Tullamore. So we got off the ferry and we decided we were going to stay somewhere close to Tullamore. And we're here in the Johnstone Estate because we had the Cannonball here. We started Cannonball here, a supercar Cannonball, last September. It's a really nice place, and it's not that far from Tullamore. So we're going to wrap up the video here, and I hope you enjoyed watching the video. I hope you enjoyed the trip across Europe, and yeah, so let us know what you think about it in the comments. And we have, I don't know when this video is going to be out, but 2 weeks from now we've got the supercar Cannonball, and the retro Cannonball, and that's going to be good as well. So we'll be vlogging that, and in between that I will be documenting the change of equipment that I'm doing in one of my gyms, and that's going to be, you know, that's going to be a different side of my life as well. So hoping to bring some more regular content, not just car related, but just more of lifestyle, what I get up to on a daily basis. And yeah, I'm going to say this now, I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again, and I'm really going to try and stick to this, is we're going to try to push to get a video out every week. Obviously not something this size because this is epic, but definitely have a video a week and just show you what goes on in my life during the week, for those of you that are interested. And if you're not interested, great. If you are, great. Okay, so that's it. Thanks for watching, and we will talk to you all very soon.